is it better to have a designated neighborhood as better leads, or just all Toronto? Because I thought all Toronto is a wide area, and then you want to come across as someone knowledgeable who knows exactly what she's talking about. But how can I have knowledge about all Toronto? I suggested to go to a specific neighborhood, which I have been active in that neighborhood. So what do you think? What is your intake on that?
So you have to go where you are comfortable and you know the stuff. So right now, if you don't mind me asking, where are you located?
I'm in Toronto. I'm downtown Toronto.
Okay, perfect. So if I were you, because how it works is in Toronto, there's districts, right? As you and I know. So I would pick a district, 1 or 2 districts, and I would tell my team lead, this is where I want my leads from.
Yes.
I would just pick like the downtown, target downtown Toronto. It's really, so the one thing when it comes to your leads is the more targeted and refined you go when it comes to the area. So if you're doing Toronto, that's broad, right? So your cost per click is lower. Now, as soon as you start to refine that, let's say you only want Roncesvalles, Google is now automatically going to charge you more per click because they feel that the audience finding your ad are better qualified, so you should be paying more for that audience that's coming. So you end up getting less leads when you are being more specific as to where you're targeting. The lead quality can be slightly better. And the only reason being is that these people already know where they want to live, right? So they're using a more specific search term to find it. Instead of just being like Toronto condos for sale, they could be doing like Roncesvalles condos for sale, right? So it's an exact community, but the amount of people searching on a community level is far less. So then your cost per lead. So you may see half the amount of leads that you're getting by targeting specific areas. However, your lead quality is slightly higher, but doesn't mean they're going to be transacting any different, any sooner, anything like that.
But keep in mind too, like with online leads, you're going to get some garbage ones. Like that's just the nature of the beast. So really, you just want to make sure you have a good budget, because if your budget's low, like it's just hard, right? And you're going to get more discouraged.
It's a numbers game, really, at the end of the day. So the more people you have to call, and as long as you're calling and reaching out and getting really good and comfortable at talking to people, the better your results are going to be. You're going to see more opportunity. There's just more options, you have more opportunity. Whereas if you're getting 15 leads a month, it's going to take you a while to get to the point where one of those people are transacting. Right. So it's when you're looking at your conversion ratio, it's going to take about 6 to 12 months on average to convert a lead. And if you're looking at 100 leads in your system over the course of a year, you should be able to convert at least 1% of them if you're doing your job of reaching out and staying in contact with them. So if you're only hitting 15 leads a month, it's going to take you a while before you hit that 100 lead mark. Right. And so it's really, the more leads you have, the more opportunity you're getting. It's just, if you're getting less leads a month, it's just going to take you a little long to get there. And again, it's all based on who comes to traffic, right? It's hit or miss. See, like you get unicorns that register and they're like ready to go. They may have registered elsewhere, but no one's bothered to reach out to them. You're the first person that actually reached out to them and had a conversation. So it's really all depends on who's coming into your website and the conversations you're having to determine where they're at in the process. Some are going to be 100% just looking. They had no intentions of moving there. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. They were just bored seeing what's out there. You will have those that do have an intention, but maybe they're waiting until next spring because their kids are in their last year of high school. So they need to finish the school year before they even consider moving. So there's all different scenarios that your leads are going to be in. And it's really having those conversations to determine what that is, so you know how to follow up and educate and guide them through that process.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. And then also too, like what I think the best strategy with these leads is, for the first 3 months, do a high budget, because you need people to come in. And then once you're busy, then you start lowering the intake of how many people you're having. That's the beauty about doing what we're doing here in Agent Locator, is you can change that,